Blog number 29, Avoiding the Invitation. There are a few things in my life I have come to realize that are incredibly consistent. One of which is the invitations to do bodily harm that I receive from gravity. I keep trying my best to ignore its hospitality, but it never seems to be discouraged, relentlessly sending out invites every day. There are days when I may have received dozens by the end of the day. These invitations remind me in a lot of ways of junk mail, both the kind that I receive in my physical mailbox and the kind that come to me digitally. I don't have any real need for all the useless flyers and ads, and frankly, I wish they would just stop. The digital version of junk or unsolicited mail is referred to as spam, so I guess in a lot of ways you could say that gravity for a balanced, challenged individual such as myself is a form of spam. The invitations vary, of course, but the desired end result is always the same: that I will fall hard on the ground, bounce off a door, wall, or a tree, or in some other way injure myself. Gravity, you see, is very creative, and its invites usually read along the same lines, which is something like, "Dear Mr. Wolfer, your presence is desired on the ground, and you are cordially invited to lose your balance and or, by any other means available to you at the present time, cause bodily harm to yourself." Of course, I am always trying to evade gravity and avoid attending the events to which I have been invited, but it's not as easy as it seems. The summons can come from anywhere at any time. Heck, it's not like I can just forget to leave a forwarding address and hope the law of physics will not find me. It reminds me a lot of a teacher I had in 5th grade. Her name was Mrs. Beeson, and I'm reminded of her because as a student in her class, I couldn't get away with anything. I often wondered if she had eyes on the back of her head because it seemed like she saw everything. So I suppose that you were thinking to yourself at this point that I could just stop checking my mailbox, thereby successfully avoiding the invitation, right? I mean, I can't go if I never know I was invited in the first place, correct? Well, in theory, you would definitely be onto something if gravity only uses the mail. But apparently, it has decided that it would be much more effective using a multiple-pronged approach or attack. It has also been making soliciting phone calls that I thought may be the wrong number, that someone called by mistake, because when I answer, no one is there. But it must be gravity calling and leaving some kind of subliminal message, because I will almost immediately drop, trip over, fall down, or run into something. As far as I know, there is not a do not call list that I can get on to make gravity stop calling me. Nothing, it would seem, will stop gravity, but just in case it can't reach me through the mail or by phone, it has a third strategy. The squirrely little fella will show up at my door under the disguise of a salesman. He may think he has me fooled, trying to sell me on his particular brand of carpet cleaning or home security system, but I know it's him. I tried putting up a no solicitation sign, but somehow that little weasel only seems to get through. So in the end, it would seem that I really, besides tying myself to the top of a flagpole and having my meals fed to me on the end of a long stick, am out of strategies or options for avoiding the invitation. But I am always open to suggestions. Got any?